What is up, y'all? It's Marshall Couture, also known as Plex in hip hop circles of MarshallMakesArt.com, DonkeyJawProjects.com, and yeah. So the last couple days I did not do a video, but I did work on comics. Just what I did was, I didn't focus on writing, even though I really need to be focusing on writing. I just did sketching and character designing again for more Attack of the Lizard Brain characters. So I guess I'll show you what I've been kind of doing with that. If you haven't followed me on social media, you may have seen these. If you have, though, this is just, I don't think I've even shown these. This is just some preliminary sketches for different characters, for monsters and that. And then this is kind of cool how this all kind of came about by accident. So these are some of the ones I've been working on. This is like a different version of Lizard Brain, but I think I'm going to go with the original version that I worked on. That you can see on my social media stuff. This last night I was really tired by the time I finally got to it, so it's really just super sketchy stuff and stuff that I may not even use. So last night was kind of a bust, unfortunately, but I did work on comics, for the time allotted or more. But today I did get back to writing, again with this kind of conspiracy type of story. And I did do some research, kind of, and it's fun doing research with the conspiracy stuff, but then it gets a little creepy too if like you think some of the stuff might be true. But also it gives you a lot of ideas for stories. Like I was listening to this conspiracy stuff and I'm like, oh man, I have like 10 new ideas now if I really want to pursue them. So, it's a great place to get, ideas for stories, especially if you're interested in like sci-fi, fantasy type genres and stuff like that, or supernatural stuff or whatever, because it's just chock full of stuff. So yeah, the current like kind of conspiracy thing I'm working on with this specific book is all the stuff with like high transhumanism and hybrid stuff, and biotech and genetic technology and all that stuff, and the singularity, all that fun stuff, which actually some of that stuff is just science at this point. So robotics, all that stuff. But there's also, plenty of conspiracy stuff swirling around it as well. So I don't know. It's interesting, and a little creepy, but also it's really good for story, like I said. So that's part of what I'm dealing with in this new story, and I don't still really have a name for it. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities at this point. So yeah, I'm kind of like, I was just doing kind of dialogue, kind of the first scene or two, and I know where the story's going to go, but I just have to get there. I have to bring the characters through what they got to go through to get to the end scene, which it's one of those stories where I knew the end right from the beginning. And that's kind of what drives the story. And it's going to be kind of Twilight Zone-ish, sci-fi, sort of. Not really sci-fi story, but sort of. So anyways, that's that. I wanted to do a little show and tell. I went through a phase. I went through a little phase at one point, and still kind of do, but there was a specific phase of collecting mini comics. And as you can see, I've collected quite a few. And this isn't even all of them. So, but this is most of them. Most of them I could find. Mostly I was just looking for Scott's comics, which specifically here is, and this isn't kind of, this is like one of his first Young and the Dead comic that we did with the mini comic Stump Truck. So first issue, first printing, really cool stuff. If you want to check out his stuff, he's got his Kickstarter going. Link is in the description. Also, Chris McQuinlan, check out the link in the description. I do also have the, because he did all this on top of it, you know, and it's supposed to like kind of go on top of this, but you know, I kept this separate so I could keep it nice and, you know, not messed up, you know, the collector in me, and then I could read the book. I also have the second one, and I'm really frustrated because I cannot find it. I don't know what happened to it. I probably, knowing me, set it aside, and now I can't find where I set it aside to. So, but yeah, this is you know, my mini comic collection. There's tons of awesomeness in here. A bunch of stuff. This one's got a lot of stuff from the mini comic Stump Truck. Just a lot of my friends who maybe watch this stuff or check my art out. You know, these are the first mini comics I got from my buddy Todd Webb. This was before I really got into mini comics, but it's the first time I ever knew what mini comics were. And I really loved them. Here's my first comic in the original shape and size. And some more. You can see Kevin Cross's Monkey Mod peeking back in there. The originator of this challenge, Kevin Cross. A lot of stuff from, there's a Monkey Mod unmasked. He looks different in this than he does now. More like realistic style. Yeah, this is more from the mini comic Stump Truck. A lot of my friends. I don't want to start shouting out names because I know I'll miss people. But yeah. Also this one. This is like kind of another thing where a bunch of mini comics, cool stuff. A lot of Mark Rudolph stuff in here, Ted Sacco. Again, I don't want to really start dropping names out, but yeah, lots of fun stuff. Gotta love the indie stuff. And so, I don't know, I might have to re-buy Scott Serkland's second book because I cannot find it anywhere. But I do have to clean my studio, so I'll at least clean that first and then see where we're at. My buddy, good friend of mine, Mike Warrow, who has done a lot of help, definitely done a lot of supportive things. He's very supportive of what I've done. And he was also on the first mini comic Stump Truck. Again, I don't want to keep naming names because I'm going to start missing people. And I love you all, man, who have gotten your comics. You know who you are. And yeah, that's it. Just wanted to do a little show and tell. Thanks for watching the 100 Days of Making Comics, where I do a half an hour or more every day on my comic, 12 Stories. And you can find me at marshmakesart.com or drjawprojects.com or anywhere online under the name Marsh Makes Art. Check out the Kickstarters below for those, Scott and Chris, and I will talk to you on the next 100 Days Make Comics. Peace out.